The United States in the late 19th and early 20th centuries was a nation of economic vibrancy, but also one of financial fragility. Booms and busts were commonplace. The nation lacked a centralized banking system. This often led to chaos and instability. Banks operated independently. They held reserves for themselves, making them vulnerable to panics. When one bank failed, it could trigger a domino effect, crippling the entire financial system. Something had to change. The year 1907 brought a stark reminder of the fragility of the American financial system. A recession gripped the nation. A failed attempt to corner the copper market triggered a financial panic. The stock market crashed. Banks faced runs as depositors rushed to withdraw their savings. J.P. Morgan, the legendary financier, stepped in to stabilize the markets with his own funds. He organized a bailout of troubled banks and trust companies, effectively acting as a one-man central bank. The crisis subsided, but it exposed the urgent need for a more permanent solution. The panic of 1907 spurred Congress to action. The need for a central banking system was clear. After years of debate and compromise, the Federal Reserve Act was signed into law in 1913 by President Woodrow Wilson. The act created the Federal Reserve System, a unique blend of public and private interests. It established 12 regional Federal Reserve banks across the country, each serving as a banker's bank for its district. A central governing board, the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, was created to oversee the system. The Federal Reserve faced its first major test with the outbreak of World War I in 1914. The war disrupted international finance and trade. The Fed acted quickly to stabilize markets and provide credit to the government. In the 1920s, the Fed grappled with the challenges of a booming economy and a rapidly expanding stock market. Its decisions during this period, particularly its response to the stock market crash of 1929, have been the subject of much debate among economists. The Great Depression and the Fed's response. The Great Depression of the 1930s was a defining moment for the Federal Reserve. The Fed's failure to act decisively in the early years of the crisis exacerbated the downturn. Banks failed in record numbers. The money supply contracted sharply, deepening the depression. The Fed eventually took steps to ease the crisis, but it was too little, too late. The experience of the Great Depression highlighted the importance of a proactive and powerful central bank. The post-war era, a time of growth and transformation. The post-World War II era brought a period of sustained economic growth and prosperity to the United States. The Federal Reserve played a key role in this expansion, managing the money supply and interest rates to promote stable growth. The Fed's role continued to evolve during this period. It gained new responsibilities, such as the supervision of bank holding companies. It also faced new challenges, such as the emergence of inflation in the 1960s and 70s. The challenges of inflation and recession. The 1970s and early 1980s were a turbulent time for the US economy. High inflation, fueled by rising oil prices and government spending, became a major problem. The Federal Reserve, under the leadership of Chairman Paul Volcker, took aggressive steps to combat inflation. Volcker's policies, which involved sharply raising interest rates, succeeded in taming inflation but also triggered a recession. The experience of the Volcker era demonstrated the difficult trade-offs that central bankers often face. The modern Federal Reserve, a powerful force in a globalized world. The Federal Reserve today is a powerful institution with a wide range of responsibilities. It conducts monetary policy, supervises and regulates financial institutions, maintains the stability of the financial system, and provides financial services to the government and the public. The Fed's actions have a profound impact not only on the US economy but also on global financial markets. In an increasingly interconnected world, the Federal Reserve plays a vital role in promoting financial stability and economic growth. The enduring legacy of the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve has played a central role in the economic history of the United States for over a century. From its origins in the wake of the Panic of 1907 to its current position as one of the most powerful central banks in the world, the Fed has evolved and adapted to meet the changing needs of the nation. While the Fed has faced its share of criticisms and controversies over the years, its enduring legacy is one of stability, resilience, and a commitment to promoting a strong and stable American economy.